Having liberated the hourglass and become keeper of time, my next task was to restart history. Not beholden to past events, I was free to craft a new era. It was with humility and restraint that I approached this blank canvas. After careful preparation, I began work, painting over the darkness. After eons passed, I sketched out the realms. After eons more, I brushed them in with life. In my new era, all beings will have the opportunity to find peace. Whether or not they do will be their responsibility. For my power only permits me to begin this endeavor. It is the duty of mortals to finish it.
Time. So where the fuck is my... I apologize. Welcome to Pabs's Bungalow. As you can tell, this is my first stream in a hot minute, so I'm having some technical difficulties. I sincerely apologize if you somehow find this early, but by the time I link it in, it should be a-okay. Or if you choose to watch it on demand later on. Look at 3D era combat. Most recent by default. So where the fuck did it go? I'm sorry. Where's my stream? There we go. This is going to be a quick mic check before we get things underway. There we go. This is going to be a quick mic check before we get things underway. Awesome, possum. So, I'm going to very quickly link this out to everybody before I introduce everyone. So... Anybody who's gonna watch this on demand will have already seen this cutscene, so let's move on. My name is Barbara, this is Perhaps His Bungalow, and it's been a little while since I've streamed. I mean, the last time I streamed, this was the Chamber of the Wraith. But today, I've decided to stream because I am in a hell of a good mood, and I have a reason to stream because, holy mother of God, Mortal Kombat 1 has a free online weekend because of this guy, Peacemaker, who is quickly becoming one of my favorite Mortal Kombat 1 characters, and I hate to be a guest offender, but when you have guest characters like Peacemaker, it's hard for me to say no. So, I'm just gonna put him back on default, because that is how we roll. And, wow, we're getting everybody in all of a sudden. Woohoo! Alright, I'm actually going to hop back in, so that I can try and catch up on the comments. Minimize my volume. Play. Watch the show? Yes, I have, actually. I am well aware of everything, and there are tons of references in the show for everything. So, also, hi, AJ. Ooh, I can see it that way. Awesome. So, today we're going to very quickly go into practice mode to kind of show off what Peacemaker can do. And yes, Eagly is a major part of this guy's arsenal. Hi, AJ!
Peacemaker. Booyah!
Oh, wow, the comments are almost in sync. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, yeah, so the sync is actually not so bad. I thought it would be 15 seconds like it was on PS4. So we're going to beat up the evilest son of a bitch in Mortal Kombat 1, the developers. Just kidding. We're going to beat up Reiko because this guy deserves to be taken down a peg or two.
Reiko.
And to make him more of an apt punching bag, we're going to give him somebody with more health. But, before we get any further, Mortal Kombat 1 is a assist fighter. So you have to choose an assist before you go into any fights. If you're playing Peacemaker, or any character for the first time, Serena is an excellent beginner-friendly cameo because she has a little bit of everything. Other good cameos for him include Frost, Sector, Cyrax, and Scorpion. Once upon a time, Stryker was his best cameo, but they nerfed that duo as of late, but it's still pretty potent. Of course, you can pick anybody you want. I'm just giving some personal perspective on how I think Peacemaker works best. For this, though, we are going to pair Peacemaker up with Cyrax, because robot.
Cyrax.
And I'm going to pair this guy up with Shujinko.
Shujinko.
Just because we need a punching bag. So, and stage doesn't matter, so we're just going to randomize.
The Fire Temple.
Q. So, Peacemaker. What the hell does he bring to Mortal Kombat? A world with gods and other such terrifying things. Well, first and foremost, he brings one hell of a helmet. Normally in the comics, as far back as Charlton Comics in 1966, he had different helmets that had different properties. But to streamline the process, they gave his helmet the properties of multiple helmets. He does indeed also bring a gun. And he also brings a best friend. Peacemaker is unique in Mortal Kombat 1. Well, all characters are unique in their own special way, but Peacemaker is unique in Mortal Kombat 1 for having a built-in cameo. Now, Kenshi has a puppet mode that allows him to have a spirit that he has to command independently. But in this case, it's more of a secondary cameo for, well, our boy Eagly. who is a projectile that allows Peacemaker to back up, advance, and get a full screen combo conversion, by the way. And if we were to have our friend here pop out cameo, just as an example, he loses a considerable amount of health, and the cameo is unavailable for all of that time that they are being attacked. I believe if you hit Peacemaker during this time, it does stop, so I'm going to double check that. So just as a double check. Yep. If you hit Peacemaker during that time, it will interrupt it. But, I mean, with all the ways he has to... Oh. Shit. Thank you. Jesus. I'm just gonna turn this off now. There we go. So, that's what Eagly brings to the table. He brings a lot of utility in just 2 special moves and a sort of pseudo-cameo attack. However, Peacemaker, we haven't even gotten into Peacemaker himself, and his attacks are quite nasty in their own respects. Oh, we got the comments repeating again. Hopefully this bug is not permanent. There we go. So, first up we've got Doorbuster. Pretty simple 3-hit string. Just for reference, we're going to throw up frame data. It's not necessary for most people, for casual players, but for professional players or anybody who's interested in the frame data, that will be there for you to check out as well. I'm just going to set this to automatic. So the full string knocks down plus 39. Gives him enough time to come in or set up certain things. Like a teleport, which is safe, by the way. We'll talk about that teleport a little bit later. Total commitment kick ends in this big drop kick, which is plus 30. Also, he talks smack, which is great. But the tricky thing is, if we turn on the damage types, where did that go? Practice settings. Button log, damage text. There we go. There we go, it's a mid. And then I believe also a mid. But what is it on block? Nothing. We were just starting talking about Peacemaker. And we just finished talking about Eagly. Also, hi radio! This ring is safe. And in fact, he's plus 3. He's plus 3 off of standing 1-2. Keep in mind, though, it doesn't do a lot of damage, and the first hit is a high. So you can actually duck this and punish him. Another total commitment. When you decide to fully, commit to keep safe, you become -2. Now, you lose your turn, but the opponent can't really squeak in an actual attack. You have to go on the defensive and wait your turn effectively. Total commitment kick comes off of an 11 frame high, which is -4, so this is more used for its reach. See what I mean? You're never going to hit anybody from this range, but eventually you are, or you're going to catch somebody airborne with this. If you commit to try and do that, that's -3. But if you fully commit, the total commitment kick is +6. Some characters in this game actually do have a 6-frame move, so they could potentially try to punish you. Whatever the case is, you lose your turn. And you can't even go for a throw, so you're basically back to square one here. Next up is head-on approach. This is These are two. This is one of Peacemaker's best strengths. First off, standing 2, -2. Do that again, it's -5. But that's a true throw, leaving him with hit advantage. But if we were to have him duck, where was that? Where was moving on? Duck. It totally whiffs, so it totally whiffs over his head. So he can actually defensively crouch in order to anticipate the throw, which is why you always do it on a hit confirm, especially since, uniquely, it leaves them completely restood and special cancelable. If we take a look at at the advanced data for this move, cancelable into enhanced specials, beautiful bird bullet, cameo attacks, and fatal blow. So any enhanced specials or cameos or what have you, you can cancel into, meaning that head-on approach is a great combo extender, as well as an option to catch opponents whose guard is slacking. Then you have committed kick. It's literally the same as a forward 1-1. So really, you don't use committed kick that much unless you want to surprise people. By the way, can you guys hear me okay? I'm just going to double check real quick before we hit the midway point and just show off his throw. Nothing special about it, but, well, Cap, watch your head. Excellent.
Dickweed.
Alright, sick. So let's move on to putting the hurt down. This is actually a different string. With this mid, 13 frame mid, with pretty good range. From about here, he can tag somebody if they try to move in. From here, he can tag you from standing and leave you +10. This means that he can stagger into a throw, or move in for more pressure. But if you commit to this, it's one of those attacks that let me make sure if it does this right. Okay, it doesn't actually do that, but it kind of has this pseudo launch. A reaction like this used to actually be a standard in NetherRealm games that would cause the opponent to be restood depending on how it landed, but that's not quite the case here. It just is a way to put them airborne for an anti-air throw. And yes, I did say anti-air throw, because it only works if the opponent is airborne. Pretty solid ender, leaves you at +15 at this kind of range. Really nice ender if you want a meterless way to keep up pressure. You'll notice that there is a trend here with Peacemaker strings. But before we get too far, let's quickly talk about Flag Flyer. That's the string I've been using earlier as a sort of launcher. This thing comes off of Forward 4, which is a 19 frame mid with which is +7, meaning you can just you can choose to throw this out, and if they choose to block it, you're +4, meaning that you have even more pressure. If you go for this, it's -5, but you're very close. Hopefully your defense is really good, otherwise you might lose your turn. Or if you're trying to bait, or you could try to use this to bait out a parry from a character like Reiko. Kinda niche, but something to consider. And of course, we have this. A mid that launches really far away, and it's special cancelable. However, you can't really get any normals out of it unless you're in the corner. First off, you're actually -20 if you overcommit, so do not. If you are a day one Peacemaker player, do not overcommit to this. If you see this, you actually have enough time to actually see the tackle hit, or stop to at least be -5. See it hit, you can actually get that rhythm down and be able to safely commit to a launcher just by using input safely. Speaking of safely, this guy has one of the best sweeps in the game. It hits at this range. 17 frames, plus 25, hits low. And that entire hitbox that he can hit there, he's not committed to. So yeah, he's -7. He's -7. But eventually he becomes -6. With all of this range. It's basically one of the best sweeps in the game. So this is a nice check to just throw out there. Also, yes, hello, Kippy. For now, though, we're going to quickly check out his special moves before we get to his air strings. Because his air strings are not something you want to focus on at the moment. We're going to start from simple to complex. So we're going to start with Force Multiplier, Activate Human Torpedo, and then we're going to follow up with Activate Sonic Boom. Then, we already talked about these, but we're going to do the bird moves again, just to talk about them in a little more detail. And then, in terms of complexity, we've got Silent and Deadly, Anti-Gravity, and I believe that's it. So, Force Multiplier. We know this move. Bang! Nice, solid 70 damage projectile. It's a high, too, so you can almost do a mix-up. You can do this, because, yeah, you're -15, but if they block that, note, at this range, they take 10.5 versus 18.75. They actually take more chip damage, and you build a little bit of meter. However, if they are this close and they want to duck under this, because they can, this range, they might eat a low, which is plus 25, which is only one of, and the most niche of, particular interests. In particular, we want to talk about the meter burn option, because sure, this move, solid projectile in its own right, nothing to write home about. But then when you meter burn it, it causes this collapse reaction, which gives you time to launch into other attacks. It is a false restand, because they're actually juggled. So you can do this, but there's more gravity being suffered on his behalf. So you need to be careful when to use this. Generally best used at the end of a combo with a lot of gravity, because, you know, it fires quite quickly at close range. And then you can go for... And then, one of the best things about this is... guaranteed special moves landing. Including his super, which we're going to save for later. But for now, let's take a look at Activate Human Torpedo. This is his armored option. A 12-frame flying mid, which leaves him -25 on impact. However, it hits like a truck, and if you meter burn it, it's as strong as an uppercut. Pretty terrifying stuff. And when you meter burn it, you're still -25, so you lose the armor. So this is a commitment on Wake Up, which is why, which is one of the main reasons why, now that we've gone over the strengths, I can talk about what Peacemaker likes to do. He's a bully. That's pretty much what he is. He wants to be a bully, and he will take all the advantage that he can get in order to get that happening. At full screen, well, at full screen, he has random human torpedo. Just random mid that does a ton of damage. He can throw out a projectile. He can throw out a dinosaur. Get a full commitment into 30% from full screen. At close range, well, meterless. Hold on. Meterless. That's supposed to count. Oh wait, is it only enhanced moves? So I guess that Yeah, it's only enhanced moves. Still, 33% for that. At very close range. And then, of course, he has great attacks, fantastic mids, and moves that leave you going, wow, he really is oppressive, especially when he starts doing stuff like this, shutting down your cameo. But but we've already talked about that. We should next talk about one of his primary launchers, particularly in the corner. A mid that launches. It is minus 25, mind you. Look at how long it takes for him to actually block, leaving Reiko able to very easily get a full combo punish. On meter burn, it is minus 26. It's actually even less safe. But, as you can see, you can cancel into jumps, and it does more damage than the normal version. Of course, you can still get options off of this, so you can do stuff like that, and all of a sudden they're full screen, or for one bar, all of a sudden you're in their face. And yes, if this whiffs from this, he's pretty much safe. Because if we were to hold on. Yeah, here's how we're going to do this. We're going to do it like this. Boom. That hit. Now I need stance hold. He can block before me, but I am not far behind. Meaning that this is a less committed means of getting in. Peacemaker has a utility that... The only way that he has utility is if he's basically being a bulldozer and a big old bully. So what does he want to do then? Well, that really becomes a problem when we get to the corner. Because while we'll quickly review these attacks, but these attacks really get nutty in the corner. Ground air offensive is low, which can lead into an attack that's special cancelable. And a Beautiful Bird Bullet is a mid that causes you to back up. And if you're at far enough range, you can actually get a special move out. Oh, that was neutral. Point is this birdie is badass. But we need to talk about moves that are best used in the corner. And to get there, let us move these guys to the corner. First up, teleport. Anti-gravity. This is not unblockable. This is an overhead. So when he leaves the ground, block high. And literally block high. What I mean by this is have them up block. So, if we were to do this, that was an up block, and I'm minus 36 after that. For those who don't understand, a frame in a fighting game is 1/60th of a second, because all fighting games run at 60 frames per second. This is half a second. How fast is half a second? That is twice as fast. If I was going against Peacemaker, it's a free Sonic Boom. It's a free Force Field. It's whatever you want for free if you up-block this. If you don't up-block this, and instead just manage to block it normally, it's -1. So, up-block. Up-block, 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 please. You see this guy leave the ground? Up block. Because it is the best way to catch him. Because not only can he switch sides on you as an overhead, holding up allows him to side switch as a jump and do jumping normals. There we go, I finally got that kick. But you can do that. And if you do happen to overcommit, That just means that Peacemaker was reading it and you were doing it too frequently, which is not a bad thing, because that just means that you're trying to practice good defense, and at the end, defense is just as important as offense, which is why I'm trying to tell you guys all of the weaknesses of Peacemaker, as I find them. Then we have Silent and Deadly. Thankfully not a fart. This blow dart attack only hits aerial opponents. But as you can see, great combo extender. Oh yeah, it's time to talk about that fatal blow. That fatal blow is called Eat Peace, a 21 frame low, which means you're not going to be getting a lot of combos into this unless you have restood your opponent. Like, say... Enjoy! Yes, it brings you back out here, but this is your super move. You only get it once per round, or once per fight. But if your back is to the wall and you have a great ender into it, well, I mean, I love ending stuff with supers, so I have a bit of a guilty spot, especially since it doesn't technically cost. It doesn't technically cost anything but its own resource. So. Let's quickly talk a little bit about some Peacemaker corner combos, because this is a reminder of why you do not get cornered by the big man. Didn't need cameo, only needed one bar.
Booyah!
432. That is 43% basically for free. I'm going to... Yeah, I think that's fine, because what is this? Because if I did this... Yeah, okay, that works. So, let's get us out of the corner now. And talk about... oh wait, no, we're supposed to be in the corner, because again, that was baby combos. That is minute 1. You time it right, you get for 1 extra bar. More damage, because less damage scaling. From 43% to 460. This guy hits like a truck, people. So this is what you have to look forward to if you ever let Peacemaker get you in the corner. Now for Peacemaker fans who want to go on the offensive, Peacemaker fans who learn how to open up their opponents, these are what combos really get fun. Because now we can talk about the ways that Peacemaker's combos get, frankly, unfair at times. For instance, remember how Eagly can attack other cameos? What do you think that does for combo damage? That said 465, but that was closer to 500, as you can see from the health bars above. Because of Eagly damaging the cameo. And remember, if Eagly catches the opponent during a combo, you cannot get Eagly off of him. It's guaranteed damage. So what happens if I choose to spend a bar, let's say? You know what's going to happen, but for the sake of argument. Okay, this time it's counting it a little bit more accurately. Sort of. Yeah, that was whole for 500 damage, because it's 599 out of 1100 up there. Holy shit on a shingle. And keep in mind, we haven't even talked about cameos yet, because in the corner, to grab, it's guaranteed net, as I've highlighted in a short video earlier. But, you know what else is guaranteed net? Thank you, shoutouts to, I think it was Mustard and Scars Unseen, which reminds me, I gotta send this to Scars. Oh crap, did I also send it to Mars? I did not. Oh no. That's horrifying. I gotta get her on as a guest on stream sometime. Anyways, I forgot to invite some very important people. Now they are rather invited. So, for the combo artistes like myself, those who they see the potential in Peacemaker, but they really want to expand upon this. They really want to go for length and swagger. May I show you? Yes, you can get up to 3 of these in a row. Not that it's recommended, because it decays, but the meter burn ones will independently scale. So this and this will scale independently of each other in terms of gravity, which is super duper handy, because this allows, well, Peacemaker to get launchers like this. Which reminds me, let's quickly talk about those air strings I mentioned earlier. He only has 2, so air combat is not his strongest suit, but certain cameos make this happen. Killer Tractor does pretty decent damage in terms as an ender. But obviously you don't get anything off of it. Put down, it's his combo continuer. It does considerably less damage, but then you realize, oh, shiza, this continues combos. Combos that Peacemaker is already very good at. So let's say 40%. 40% for 1 bar that way, partially because of cameo. Hey, Mars! Yeah. I was just demonstrating how Peacemaker Cyrax is horrifying. Because, you know... 42% for 1 bar, anybody? I literally just made that up on the spot. This guy's crazy. But, as you've noticed, he's very straightforward. He needs some tricks up his sleeve. All of his tricks are in the offense. Yeah, that was for one bar. You haven't seen this guy with Serena. I genuinely think Serena is his best cameo. It's not just Serena bias, but name me another character that provides more utility in such a compact package that helps out somebody like Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Booyah.
Who is the current meta headache? Who's the combination that everybody's pissed off at? Sounds biased. Welcome to Mortal Kombat DC guest characters, my man. Oh, their guest characters. And the sad thing is, most of the Mortal Kombat guest characters in the DC games are low tier AF, and it is so frustrating. But yeah, who's the face of your anguish? Any picks on who wants to get beat up? Xiao's redesign brings me anguish.
General Xiao.
Then let's do it. Let's.
Serena.
Okay, so let's do Serena, and for the extra health, we are going to have him get. We are going to have him have Tremor. 3 more. When his MKX skin comes back, he'll be less of a punching bag. For now, let's go to the prettiest stage in the game.
Hanging Gardens.
Xiao is pretty strong. Right on. So, why pair Peacemaker with Serena? Well, first and foremost, we're in the corner, so we can talk about Serena's ambush. This trance, which drains meter. You don't see it for now, but when I start hitting, that was unbreakable. Because breakers in this game require 3 bars. Don't we love the background? So, that was unbreakable. 1 second, I'll be right back. Good talk or bad talk? Xiao's a lot shorter than I thought he was in the game. Well, Cena's rather large. I mean, I was able to hide Serena pretty easily in there. but here's the thing about Serena. Yeah, she can drain meter. How would you like 38%? Guaranteed. Unbreakable damage. And what if... Well, in the old canon he was. Do you see where I'm going with this? The damage, the guaranteed damage gets to be insane. Especially when you remember Serena's back assist. The double blades. These moves, these blades that allow for grounded combos. Well, truly grounded. So, you can continue your onslaught without worrying about juggling. Which also means this becomes easier to land. Shall we see what happens when we decide to use back assist once after the meter? Oh, I goofed. Hold on. Shit. 41% before the fatal blow. Need I remind you, you cannot break this. Breakers in this game cost all 3 bars. And you might be thinking, well, okay, but... I was like, okay, well, wait, you mean that's guaranteed? That's guaranteed. And actually, that's guaranteed in more ways than one, because you know what else you need to break? Cameos. What is Eagly doing? Doing his best Velociraptor impression. So, I can do this. Hold on. Oh, I messed it up. If I can... the tricky thing is just timing it. Oh, almost had it. Crap. So close. There it is. Oh, come on! I know that connects. There it is. Once he starts being able to run, yes, he is able to break. But... keep in mind, all of that damage, for the most part, was guaranteed. The very earliest that he would be able to break would be as soon as he was able to get up. Or in the case of Motaro, is able to brush Eagly off. What if I told you that that wasn't the end of it? With Cameo out, he has the best forward shove in the game. Because, with Eagly, he does 40 damage. Something that is loopable. If I don't have Cameo out and Eagly is out, my shove becomes 20 damage, like everybody else. No other consequences, by the way, to doing this. So Eagly is the... John Cena has the best forward throw in the game. Yes, I know it's funny because he's John Cena, ha ha ha. But seriously, man, I'm pretty sure John Cena had more than his fair share of influence in how this character was able to be spoken about, or how he spoke, and it shows. This guy loves Peacemaker, so, my God, he is strong. But again, I haven't even talked to you about this move yet. Total projectile immunity. Total projectile immunity. You heard me right. Let's say Shao goes for this. Okay. Completely immune. You know what else he's immune to in this state? Let's switch cameos. Anybody a fan of Jax? His ground pound is a great unblockable setup tool. But of course it hits you. Well, not anymore. Do you see this insanity? You can even do stuff like this. Call him in, use the plus frames to almost guarantee the thing, have this up. Force field, man. Fucking force field. Oh god. Let's see if this still works. There used to be a way for this guy's damage to get frankly absurd. Okay, cool. They removed that. Fantastic. In my last combo video, Pax and Bello, which I'm gonna make another one for my birthday. But in Pax and Bello, I knew this was going to get removed, so I wanted to do it once. You used to be able to loop that enough times to be able to get upwards of 75% damage before this bastard was taken into the mix. If I had discovered that, oh my god, it would have deleted a health bar. It would. Peacemaker's damage is insane. So how do you beat him? Well, the guy's a bulldozer. The bulldozers have a lot of momentum, but that means it can kind of be hard to stop. So, this string right here, if they overcommit, minus 20. If they go for any special move at close range, gunshot, minus 20. Torpedo, minus 25. Sonic Boom, minus 26. Eagly, minus 5. But notice the cooldown when Eagly is blocked. Eagly at low is also minus 15 at point blank range. So you're losing Eagly for even less. The only reason why this works is because you're backing up. And your only real option is to do it again. Which apparently you can do because of course Peacemaker can do. But that just means Eagly is committed. He can't do that if Eagly is out attacking your cameo. So when this guy's on the offensive, you need to find a way to exploit that. Generally speaking, watch for his negative frames. If he goes for any special move, he's toast. So, like if I were to do this, I'm minus 14 still after activating Force Field. And Force Field is projectile immunity, not attack immunity. So, if I were General Shao, I could literally do this. Force Field. Throws are 10 frames. all of a sudden I'm in the corner with Shao. Really bad place for me to be. So, you have options against Peacemaker. You have to basically wait for him to overcommit. Smart Peacemaker players will not overcommit. But if they're not committing and they don't have a cameo that helps them either stay safe or take crazy chip damage opportunities, well, you really can't do much to somebody who's really, really defensive and is on point with their defense. Yes, this is true for every character, but it's especially bad for Peacemaker. Strong defensive play means that he gets punished and punished hard.
Peacemaker. Booyah!
So, what can you do about it?
General Shao.
I think one of his most underrated partners is Lin Kuei. Que bosta licho? I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not, but,
Jack. Frost. Tremor.
Jack Frost. I'll be back in a second.
Tomb of the Dragon Army.
Oh, thank you. Is this what I think it is? Oh shit, so it is. So, Frost. Why the hell would you want to use Frost? Well, it's actually rather simple. First and foremost, she has really good setup tools in this. A projectile that freezes, leaving you open to being attacked. If you have this, and this up, the opponent cannot commit to a melee attack, otherwise they get frozen, because they hit the ice ball first. So, and another thing you can do is remember, overheads are a big part of this guy's arsenal. Or mids, rather, are a big part of this guy's arsenal. But there's never really a reason to block low, because crouching low prevents you from getting thrown. But if you were to commit to standing 2-2, mix-up. A very unsafe mix-up on block. But let's say they block the first two, expect the throw, and neutral duck. Free combo. You get the idea. I'm not going to repeat it over and over and over again, but you get the idea. There are combos to be had. And the combos, oh boy. But then you're thinking, well, okay, what's he going to do on defense? Like, his fastest buttons are 7 frames, and they're not going to lead to, and they could lead to conversions, but at mid-screen, remember, if he's mid-screen or back into the corner, he's in trouble, because all of a sudden a lot of his combo options go away. Sonic Boom goes too far away for he has to dash in to commit. So you can do stuff like you could do stuff like this, sure, but it knocks him too far back for anything beyond maybe meter burn gunshot into something else. So I'm not even sure if that works. Yeah, that's what you're going to get for 1 bar off of Sonic Boom, as opposed to the madness that you can get for 1 bar in the corner. And normally if he overcommits, he's in trouble, right? Because all of his stuff is, because his best launcher, his only launcher, is unsafe. His mid-screen launcher options are not super good. Like, he's got Eagly, sure, but he needs to commit to something that leaves him open enough to get something to work with. So what does he do in the situation where he overcommits and could get punished? Well, -1 all the way back. Notice, this is -20. So, he has 20 less frames to work with. An opponent needs a 10-frame attack to stop the punch walk. If they don't have a 10-frame attack, or cannot get it to launch within the I believe 3 to 10 frames that they have. Fighting games are a lot of math when you really break it down. That does that. Or tap it down. +4, you get less chip, but it's 24 frames. Nobody has a 4-frame move. He gets his turn back, basically. And what if he decides to get cheeky and then mix it in? Let's say he goes for a block strike. Well, again, full screen, and look at that chip. All of a sudden, they're full screen. Which, again, Peacemaker can absolutely bully you from full screen. Oh yeah, and like Serena's down cameo, Invincible Wake Up. Pretty sweet, eh? So, Peacemaker is one who really, 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 really appreciates the boosted utility he gets from his pals. Peacemaker is a tank. This guy is all about dishing out crazy damage and being a bully up close or far away. But he's quite straightforward and needs a little bit of sneaky to help him out. Eagly, it can help him in some cases, but the right cameo will make this guy soar. Trust me. He even gives Omni-Man a run for his money. No, seriously. I did a whole video on this guy. But that being said, I do wish to ask the chat, what is your favorite thing about Peacemaker based off of what you have seen? Is it how faithful he is to the show? Because some of you may have noticed several references already, or what is your favorite thing about him from a gameplay standpoint? Do you like his combos? Do you like his zoning? Do you like the fact that he allows Frost to have a really strong partner? I'm all ears. I'm just very curious to know what you guys think. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a ragged baby, right round, right round. Also, keep spinning him. I don't understand. His design, his combos, and how it looks. Also, keep spinning him. It's very much a character for Peacemaker, and the combos are pretty cool. I love that he spells those out loud. Dork. Like an anime character. Yes. Yeah, go Chris Smith. He really is a dork. But, yeah, both in the show and with this. Especially when we get to actual fights. We're going to do a handful. I'm going to do a handful of just quick local fights to show off Peacemaker in action.
Peacemaker.
But I'll let you guys pick cameos for me. Which cameo would you like to see with Peacemaker? Janet is very, very soon. Yep. There's going to be a bonus brawl involved. Actually, there's going to be a handful of bonus brawls with Homelander. He's not going to win any of them, though. He has to win. He has to win what he has to win for Fatality Friday. But beyond that, the guy's becoming my primary punching bag. Now, I'll cycle through the cameos so that you guys can choose. Ooh, Mars suggests Frost. Do we have any? Do we have? I love how we all agreed as a society to beat up Homelander.
Frost.
Well, of course, he's a dickhead. But I'm gonna give him the horse. I'm gonna give him the horse. And because stages don't really matter...
The hourglass.
I told you, I want peace.
And you'll have it when you're dead.
Suck on that!
Round one, fight.
Good, but extremely crass. So, indeed.
Round two.
John Cena and James Gunn did it good.
What, baby?
What, baby? What the hell's wrong with you? What the? Oh, he went for a forward throw and Eagly caught him?
Finish him.
Alright. This is a reference, but not a spoiler.
What the fuck? What? Little shit.
Fatality. Peacemaker wins.
Yeah, that's Peacemaker with Frost. Let's have him beat somebody else up.
Peacemaker.
Booyah!
I hate this guy as a character.
Draco. Chameleon.
Yeah, Chameleon has a lot of utility as well, so...
Kano.
Right? That's fine. Just heads up, be ready for a lot of violence. If he's in Mortal Kombat, I think that's kind of a clue.
Sundo.
Nice.
How many different helmets do you have?
Why the fuck would I tell you? Jesus! What the hell?
Round
Okay,
one,
Reiko.
fight.
Time for you to die. Oh, I didn't get the mirror form, damn it.
Round two.
What a fucking dork. And just to be fair, let's give him the fantasized. I fucked that up.
Peacemaker, win.
Or did I? Peacemaker is probably one of my favorite guest characters in all of Mortal Kombat, full stop. Joker was very faithful to the character, but I don't like Joker. I actually kind of like Peacemaker. So, between him and Omni-Man, fuck, they're 2 for 3.
Peacemaker.
Booyah!
Booyah. And... why did I thought she was going to dance with him? Well, I mean, victory pose of some kind, right? So, I mean, we could probably find somebody. We could find somebody to be his dance partner.
Omni-Man.
Actually, let's beat up Quantity in his, very gold color. Oh, have him fight Omni-Man?
Omni-Man.
I'll have him fight Omni-Man. Alright. Fun fact. Did you know that Omni-Man had a deleted mechanic where he would be able to kill his cameo in exchange for a massive buff? So let's see who else I could give this to him. Not a problem. Let's see. Wait, bring on the pyrotechnic.
Sector.
And...
Chameleon.
From my understanding, they just didn't have time. But it's still in the game's code. So, with how much this game is going to change, with updates apparently, with crossplay just being added, maybe they'll add it down the line. And now I'll take stage requests. Gateway Night, Gateway Dusk, Winter Wonderland. That's the Christmas stage. The Hourglass, intact and damaged. Treasure Chamber on, off. Sundo, day, night. Shang Tsung's Laboratory, overcast, dawn. Living Forest, day, storm. Hanging Gardens, day, night. The Fire Temple, night, early dawn. Hourglass damaged. Okay. AJ answered first.
The Hourglass.
Too late to save the day, you dickhead.
Who says I'm here to save anyone?
Suck on that!
Fun fact, the Sonic Boom would actually make for a half-decent weapon against Viltrumites. Damn it, I timed that a little too late. Indeed.
I'm fucking good.
Round 2. Fight.
Trying to catch Chameleon.
All right, that might be overkill.
Brutality.
I don't think it would be that effective, though. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do one more with Peacemaker, and then and then you know what? I'll take character requests. I think. Brutality.
Peacemaker.
Booyah!
Let's see. I feel like let's beat up. Let's Let's beat up Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung.
I want to see if I can get that line. And Radio, what cameo would you like to have to see with Peacemaker? Johnny Cage. I don't have a Johnny Cage cameo, and Janet's not out yet. If you want me to beat up Johnny Cage, I certainly can do that.
Johnny Cage.
I mean, their intros would probably be pretty hilarious. Can we do a random cameo? Oh, we totally can. I know it's a shame. We could do Stryker, though. He's got... Nice. So we can have him fight Johnny Cage. Let's see. Let's randomize our cameo.
Shujinko.
Okay, sure. Why not? And... let's give him...
Darius.
Shade Gang!
Cage Mansion.
I've never crossed paths with a movie star.
I think you mean megastar.
Suck on that!
That was disappointing. Let's try that again. Maybe that was just a bad roll.
Peacemaker. Johnny Cage. Shujinko. Darius. Cage Mansion.
You Hollywood types are all soft and weak.
The bullshit on the internet is rotting your brain.
That's better.
Suck on that!
Round one.
And then we'll take a look at his customizations, I think.
Center mass.
Round two. Fight.
Eagly got Darius in the back.
Booyah!
Finish him.
Go time. Activate Sonic Boom!
Fatality. Peacemaker wins.
Peace unlocked.
Damn straight. So, that's Peacemaker. we're going to quickly... I don't have every single customizable option yet, but, I mean, I have 4 of them, so it'll give you a quick idea as to what they went with. I have 5 helmets. And then for pallets, you got these. And I believe I can preview a couple more in the profile thing. Where are you? There you are. Okay, I can preview a couple more right now. This helmet, and that honkin' color scheme. Good God, man. But, yeah, that's Peacemaker. I see we have a little bit of time, so I will be taking requests on fights you guys want to see. Who do you want to see beat up who? I got a little bit of time. Johnny Cage versus Omni-Man. Do you want me to play Johnny Cage, or do you want me to play Omni-Man? I suppose with that order it should be.
Crunch.
Guanch.
Johnny Cage. Omni-Man.
Johnny Cage versus Omni-Man.
Motaro. Scorpion.
Oh boy, here we go.
They don't make movies about heroes like me.
Because, duh, you're the villain, bro.
Round 1.
Oh God. Oh right, he doesn't have force balls in this game. Oh.
Understudy, can we get this show on the road?
Round 2. Fight. That'll take care of him. Damn. Walk of Pain or Crash and Burn? Any takers? crash and burn.
Finish him.
Vroom, vroom. And boom.
Fatality. Johnny Cage, win.
You guys really want to beat up on Omni-Man, huh? Oh shit. It's Omni-Man wearing Invincible's colors. Alright, AJ. Do you have anything else? Mars? Any fights you want to see? Anybody's faces you want to get pounded into the dirt?
Quan Chi. Omni-Man.
Oh yeah, if we go back to Omni-Man's stuff shop-ish, because I did max him out. Let's put him on default first. We have the default. And then you can see various different references. Check it, they even gave him MK branding. I totally hear that. And then here's the cyborg stuff, and here is the father figure stuff. This is the meant to be with Invincible. So we have Omni-Man Classic, the Player 2, the natural Player 2, I should say, Adam Eve. I don't know what this is a reference to, but I love the color scheme. Classic Viltrumite, and this right here. Here, let's do it like this because I feel cheeky.
Johnny Cage.
And that's a reference to Omni-Man's second son, Omni-Boy. Are you messing with me, AJ? The red and black suit.
Omni-Man.
Wait, are you talking about the Bug Son?
Omni-Man.
Huh. I don't remember Omni-Boy at all. Huh. I dig, though. Let's see here.
Goro.
Wait. Sector would be kind of like Robot. Same with Cyrax. I mean, Goro looks like an alien. Chalmers Rockman. Who was the purple guy? He looked like the High Evolutionary. Oh, that's Evil Gearus. That's Gearus in his evil skin.
Omni-Man.
Well, since it's good versus evil.
Sector. Chameleon. Sector. Temple of Kataravala.
What is an alternate me doing here? Does the name Angstrom Levy mean something to you?
Round one. Fight.
Bad choice.
All right.
Maybe I'll toss you into the sun.
Round 2. Fight.
Amateur.
Yoink.
Too slow, too weak, too easy.
Brutality. Omni-Man wins.
And I just ripped out his skeleton. Lovely. I ripped out his whole goddamn skeleton! Alright, I think I got energy in me for one more. I'm taking one more request. While we do that, I'm going to quickly change announcers. Raiden versus Shao? I could definitely do Raiden versus Shao. And in fact, I'll do it my way. Let me just find...
Fight. Action.
Yep, if Johnny Cage is next, then Johnny Cage is next.
Big Bad Daddy. Mighty Mustache. The uptight Viltrumite. Omni-Man. Raiden. Electricity can burn. Village Person. Kid Thunder. Muscle Beach. General Shao. Mr. Universe. Soldier Boy.
Okay, Johnny Cage is my favorite announcer now. Yep. And we do this my way.
Sister. Bihan's future bestie?
Nope.
Serena. Why are demons so hot? Still waiting for those shades. Shiva is cooler.
Yes.
Too many arms. Goro.
Alright, for the grand finale, let's take it to Outworld.
The Great Hall.
Fighting you was a humbling experience.
Enough with the false modesty, Raiden.
Yep, that was definitely a movie reference. Alright. This guy's my boy, so careful. Oh, I goofed.
That is not your best. Take two.
Action!
And that is why Raiden is the Thunder God, even though he's mortal in this.
Thunderer! Calm before the storm. Brutality! Raiden wins.
And there you have it. Man, it was kind of fun doing MK1 streams again. Maybe I ought to do that. I mean, I do have plans for my birthday, depending on who wins those polls on my Twitters. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But come what may, I'll definitely be streaming more. Don't forget to be awesome, my friends, and I'll see you guys on the other side.